All right, I'm going to go over how to do Lewis structures with polyatomic ions. A polyatomic ion is just a group of atoms bonded together, and that whole entire, you think of it as like a clump of atoms, that whole clump carries an overall charge. So this one, for instance, it's called ammonium. You don't need to know that yet, but the whole entire molecule carries a charge. And the fact that it carries a +1 charge, what that means is that it has one less electron. So if you have a positive charge, that means that you've lost an electron. If you have a positive charge, that means you've lost 2 electrons, and so on. So if you have a positive or a +1 charge, that means you have 1 less electron. I started out by just writing that this molecule has 1 nitrogen and 4 hydrogens. Now down here, what we're going to do, because there's 1 less electron, we want to account for that when we count our total valence electrons. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to do my dot structures, but I'm going to have 1 less electron, and we usually do this when we remove electron, we remove it from the central atom. So normally I would draw nitrogen with 5 electrons, but because it has 1 less, I'm just going to draw it with 4. Then each hydrogen has 1. Okay, and so now in total that would be 8 total valence electrons. Okay, so then we'll go down here and we'll draw the skeletal structure. Okay, now there were 8 valence electrons I needed to represent. In my skeletal structure, I've represented 2, 4, 6, 8, so I'm actually done with this guy. Now the only other thing I need to do, because it's a polyatomic ion, I'm going to actually put the whole thing in brackets with the charge outside of the brackets. I'm also going to draw this so that it actually has the proper molecular geometry. So I'm going to draw it tetrahedral in shape. So I'm going to draw it like this. Put it in brackets, and the charge goes right outside like this. So that is how you do a positively charged polyatomic ion. In the next video, I'll show you how to do one that is negatively charged.